do the function of the ear. Ear cannot do the function of the hand, no? So everyone has their own subject. So this is the way. And what is called bhokta, who enjoys? This Atman, pure consciousness, Atma Indriyo, when it gets entangled with, identified with this activity of the senses, forgetting that, see, we get identified, is it not? You live in the house. You are not the house, but anything happens to the house, don't you get affected? You are not the car, but someone scratches your nice car. What happens? Does it not scratch your heart? Why? Nobody has scratched your heart, but you are not the car, and you are not the car. But our identification goes that way. So when this Atman, pure Atman, mistakenly identifies with these senses and the sense objects, then he becomes the enjoyer, individual soul, as we are all. Every day we cry and weep and enjoy something joy, or we become frustrated. What? Because of the mixture, mithunikrita, the identification of the consciousness with the senses. Atman is totally free, but it is misunderstood to be identified with the senses and its sense activities. The action of the mind, I think my thinking, mind is thinking, I am thinking, and sometimes I am thinking means thought and I become one. Delete it. You can reject and escape. That's why you call 5 sheets idea of the sheets, 5 coverings. Atman is inside, it is covered by the ego, by the intellect, by the mind, by the senses, by the physical body. So you rip off one by one, because you are not. You are something separate inside. The house and the owner of the house are two separate, but it is always true. Anything happens to the house, we get affected. But the man of wisdom or a woman of wisdom will know, yes, it has happened to the body. You come to the sages like what you call Brahmogyanis, knowers of truth. In their life we find so many stories. Swami Turiyananda, he had his carbuncle, 5-6 carbuncle on the back. And doctors wanted to come and say that we need to operate upon. Then he said, how long it will take? They made 2, 3, 4 hours or whatever they have said. Then they wanted to make him released from the pain. They wanted to give some sleeping morphine or something like that in those days. He said, no, I don't need it. Well, you don't need it, but it will be pain. How can you withstand? Well, we will do it. Only tell me when you want to start. So doctors came with all these knives and forks and whatever is there, tools. And then when they came and they started, well, like, okay, we want to start, Swami. Well, okay, do it. And he withdraw. He withdrew, or whatever he did, he did. And they went on, just as in operation. They did all this operation for a long time and then finished. And then the Swami came back and said, are you done? Yes. As if nothing has happened. Someone's body, and I am seeing that operation is going on in that body. I am separate. He could separate his mind from the connection with the body, withdraw. And then it went on. And then he was totally detached. This is the detachment. Being in the body, how one can be detached? It needs practice. How to practice? There are different ways. By devotional path 1, this is another path to think, yes, the Atman is here, unattached to anything. Only the proximity of that In that proximity comes our mind and intellect, and that reflection goes into the intellect and shining, and that though it is meaningless matter, but matter becomes active. Like in your pot and pan, what do you do? Pot and pan and put some vegetables and rice and vegetables, etc. And put over the oven. Oven gives the heat, is it not? And you see all the jumping. Ramakrishna said, the potatoes and rice, they are jumping. They think, I am jumping by my own power. But they do not know the underground heat is the cause. So the hand is rising, eyes are seeing, ears are, I am hearing, I am doing, but do not know. Take out that, boom, it will be dead body, boom. And take it to the crematorium immediately, as early as possible. So this is to understand that consciousness is separate from this, and if one understands that, then that is the jiva who enjoys. Who enjoys means who experiences. We. Who am I? The consciousness identified with the body-mind complex. And what is the spiritual realization? Disidentification of this from my real self. If I can disidentify, it is happening to the body, not to me. Ramana Maharshi, he has his, he has some serious, some abscess or something. But so he is not affected by that. There is one Swami, Dutch Swami. His name was Atulananda of our order. He joined in this order. He saw Swami Vivekananda in New York, and then he became a very close disciple of Swami Turiyananda, another Ramakrishna's disciple in New York. And he had his cancer here, in the nose here. But he used to say, we live in another. I am that. He used to live in that consciousness. I am that, not this. So this is the wonderful way of separating our identity. But another few minutes. Okay, now you can have some question. Few minutes, we can 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I can end here. You can read the explanations. Yes.
If you're talking about the controlling the five senses with the reins, with your rein, and one of those senses doesn't want to go, but the other do, how do we handle that? You know, like a recalcitrant sense.
Yes, how to do that.
Yeah.
The next verses will say that you have to train your mind, no? Horses may be wild horse.
Right.
But there is a taming process. And that taming process is called yoga, meditation. The taming process is called bhakti. The taming process is called selfless work. So you can, that energy is there in the horse. Horse wants to go there. Right. Engage the horse in some positive thought, positive activity. So his energy will be utilized in a positive direction. And that benefit will come to the person who owns the horse. So it is difficult because our senses are designed in such a way that anything beautiful comes or any form comes, my eyes will rush towards that. Anything nice, musical, appreciative words come, I will be elated. Anything someone says, hey, this Swami is so bad. Huh? What did you say? One sound, it is only sound. But see how we are identified. Then he said, no, I don't mean you Swami, but other Swami. Well, oh, that's okay. See how we are trained in a wrong direction. So if anyone says good or bad, what is that to you? You are the stainless pure. Yes, your body and mind is maybe impure. But if you think of God, your body mind becomes pure. So it is to be trained in a way, and the training process is called Raja Yoga, meditation path of Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. There's 8 steps of Samadhi. No? Or prayer in the Christian mysticism or Christian, pray, 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 day and night, pray. The Lord listens. That means pray means what? You are tuning to the divine consciousness. You name it differently, call Father in the heaven, I call God, or you call whatever name. Name is not important, but the truth is the important. So we have to train our mind to let us first understand it is restless. It is, let us understand this mind, untrained mind, is causing all the troubles in my life, and with my association, other good people are also getting suffering. Suffering. Because my foolishness, I am creating my trouble as also others' trouble. But let us understand, control your own mind. Mind your own business. We say mind your own business. But we are very apt to think of others' business first. How the whole world is going to hell, it is my business. So take a sword and chop the heads of others. Because my duty. I mean, no, Vedanta does not teach that. It says, mind your own business. You do your business first and attain your perfection and be a source of peace to yourself first and to others. If you cannot do that, your spiritual life is a reckless life. Don't talk that you are spiritual. So this is the, I think, regular, it needs time. Taming a horse needs time. Taming a wild elephant takes time. But wild elephant is, when they get training, you go to the circus, how the tigers are being trained. And people are playing with them, no? So it is the question of training. So the mind can be trained. Senses can be trained. Sense see something wrong. Why don't you see what the senses see? Penetrate a little bit deep into that. What is that behind that? For anything appearing good, that is your eyes can show. Anything appearing bad, that your eyes show. But if there is no existence, what is good or bad then? But everywhere is God. Why not see God? Train the mind. Train the eyes. I won't see wrong things. Holy Mother said, don't see fault with others. Holy Mother said, people make their mind polluted. And with that polluted mind, they see the pollution on the other side. If your mind, this is a baby has no polluted mind. To him, a person coming with a gun to shoot somebody, or a knife, or a play doll, it means the same. He will grab everything in the mouth. Because for him it is no meaning. So when the mind becomes pure, then it will see the sameness. When mind, we see through our lens of our mind. The whole world is an interpretation of our mind. And we have to purify our mind. That's a big task. And that's not one day's job, it is lifelong job. And if you are succeeded, you become a saint. The moment you succeed, you are a saint. And we are all struggling to be a saint. And Vedanta says we are all saints by our very nature.
I give the witness. I watch waves rising and falling, and I say, I'm the witness of this. And I listen to your talk, and I'm hearing that the Atman is the witness, and I can't quite separate the two. Maybe there isn't any me to be a witness. Maybe it's all pure consciousness.
Now, when you see everywhere the same consciousness, there is no question of witness. Witness is a practice.
Yeah.
And the practice goes on, and when you reach that Atman, what they talked about, then you're reaching there by this process. It does not come in a day. Every day is rigorous prayer and meditation and all this selfless activity. purifying the mind, and then when you reach that point, then you come back. Then you will see the whole world changed. It is a mistaken identity before, and it's a new horizon, new world appears to be. Swami Vivekananda, in a beautiful poem I was quoting in the afternoon, that he said that in search of God, that poem, he said, in hill and dell, in mountain caves, in deep forest, and in everywhere I searched for in the mosque, in temple, in churches, I searched and searched and searched for thee, O Lord, where are you? And I ran to all the places of pilgrimage, and I found that there is nothing. Everywhere it is not here, not here, not here. And suddenly, by this process of searching to the truth, what happens? Mind, when it is pure and pure and pure, then one day I found that Misim, the truth is here. It is so near to me. And from that day onward, what a transformation. Wherever I see thee only. In the mountain, he said, in the mountain, in the rocks, in everywhere, I see thee and thee only. Nothing but thee. First, there is nothing, nowhere God. And God is everywhere. How it becomes? The lens through which we see the world is here in here. So we have to clear our mind. And as much as clarity of the mind comes, that much understanding comes, and you are free from all bondage. So it is only one struggle is there to purify the mind, to clean the mind, and don't spend time in correcting others. Rather, life is short. We have to pour our whole energy into the development, subjective development. And subjective development does not mean it is selfishness. Because subjective development, if it is directed in proper way, you will be a source of service to others. You will be a best person in the society, best person in the family, best person in your office, because you are a different person. Your sense of personality has changed. You are not this limited personality. All the little selfishness, little pettiness will be driven off unconsciously. So to pay attention to that. Every day to think that I am that Atman. I am that vast. How can I behave like this? This petty behavior, this does not befit me. I am the source of all joy of everyone. I should be like that. If I am the Atman Satchidananda, bliss, peace and joy, then I should be source of joy to everyone. I cannot hurt anyone. I cannot cause any tension, anxiety, worries, fear, or pain for anyone. If it is, then I am not. I am to work hard to reach that destination. So, we end here. Thank you all. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ram Krishna Arpanamastu. So you brought the books today and no one is interested today. So, and those days when there will be no book, so everyone will search for it. Tomorrow is, please come if you can. Our Swami from France, great, come over here, and there will be a musical fest. He's a beautiful musician, come with him. Let's give him our France center, great center. And then after somebody will be speaking on the topic, what is the topic? Vedic Kriya Yoga or something like that. Vedic Kriya Yoga. Why and how? With the Vedic Kriya Yoga, why and how? But we talked about the Vedic Upanishad. 6
Have you been staying there before?